Hope you all are doing good. This is Divya Agarwal from Unacademy and most welcome to the channel. So today we'll be discussing about the cyclopropionation reaction, that is basically Simon-Smith reaction. Okay, as you know, Simon-Smith reaction is a reaction where carbenoids are formed. Okay, so we will be discussing that part in this lecture. Fine. So, and yes, if you are new to the channel and yet you have not subscribed, so I request you to subscribe, like and share with your friends so that many of the students can get benefit, as because this year I'm really dedicated to make daily videos for you all. Fine. So guys, see, basically in Simon-Smith reaction what happens is, like, if you treat any of the alkene with DAM, that is diazomethane, then in presence of heat it gets converted to, you know what, cyclopropane. Therefore we call it as cyclopropionation. Propane is formed. See, cyclopropane, one three membered cyclopropane reaction is formed. Fine. So now what I'm saying is, now as you know, this diazomethane, this is diazomethane. So basically this is quite explosive in what sense? It is explosive. Okay, so since it is explosive, we do not use it as usually, we just don't use it. So what we do is we just use the alternative of this, that is CH2I2 iodomethane along with the zinc copper couple. Okay, along with zinc copper couple, and whereas in this zinc is taken in excess. Okay, zinc is the main ingredient, I must say, for this reaction, and this copper is just taken in a catalytic amount, like very a minute amount of copper is used, and zinc is the main compound which is to be taken in excess, okay, for this reaction. Fine. So let us just see how it works. Okay, so I hope you have understood this part. Okay, so guys, one more thing I would like to request you, that as you know that I am teaching all these concepts in English, because I was getting some of the requests to teach in English. Okay, so now again I would like to ask you that if you are not comfortable in English, if you want me to switch back to Hindi, so please comment down in the description box, no, in the comment box, please comment down, so that I will teach in Hindi also. Okay, so if you want the videos in Hindi as well, I will be teaching in Hindi as well, only if you request. Okay, so okay, fine. So let's see now what was the reagent. So this is the reagent, guys. Reagent, just now I told you that this is it, that is CH2I2. Fine. And to this we have treated it, to this we have added zinc and then copper, where zinc is taken in excess and copper is in limit. I must say it is in limit. Fine. So now what happens is, like, we have to first see how it inserts. Okay, so like if I write iodine, either I have written CH2 and then iodine. Okay, I will be teaching one by one what should be the mechanism, how it works. So see, we have zinc and it has 2 electrons. Fine. So now what it can do is, it can provide 1 electron through this iodine and it can provide 1 electron to this iodine, and thereby this part can break in this manner. Okay, so this is one method how zinc gets inserted between iodine and CH2. Okay, so this is one part which is formed, and this is basically zinc insertion. Zinc gets inserted in this manner. Okay, this is first method. This is what you can say, homo electron transfer also. Yeah, you can say this is one electron transfer. Okay, this is one method where one electron is transferred. Fine. And you can also see that there is the formation of a unpolung. See, this carbon here is partial positive, but as zinc is attached to this, now this carbon have acquired partial negative charge. So we'll say that this have reversed its polarity. So therefore we'll say that this is unpolung here. Okay, unpolung, point number 1. So this is basically homolytic insertion. Fine. Now what I'm saying is, let me erase this part. Okay, so now what I'm saying is, second point, guys, like if I redraw, okay, and I just see that is there any other way which we can use, okay, for the same reaction. So guys, what can happen now here? See, this zinc, now what it can do, it can provide both of its electrons to this CH2, and this iodine may get eliminated, and thereby just as this zinc gets attached to the CH2, so there will be formation of a slight negative charge in this, and thereby it will be inserted again. Okay, so this zinc will get inserted here in this manner also. This is what we call heterolytic insertion. Okay, heterolytic insertion. Why heterolytic insertion? Why? Because this zinc is providing both of the electrons to one atom only. Okay, to this species it is providing, it's not giving both the electrons individually as it was done before. Fine. So this is also one method, but here this is 2 electron transfer method. Okay, This is two electron transfer method. Okay, so now conclusion points, the points which are to be concluded here are, first point is, see, you can see easily this is a organo zinc compound is formed now. Okay, so first point is organo zinc compound is formed. Fine, organo zinc compound is formed. Second, we say that it always behaves as a singlet carbene. Just note this point. Okay, it always behaves as a singlet carbene. Despite of saying carbene, I must say this is a carbenoid. Okay, so then as because it is singlet, so obviously it will be stereospecific. Okay, stereospecific. Do you know what is stereospecific mean? Stereospecific means where there will be only one product formation. Like if we have if we have reactant cis, then the product will be cis. If we have reactant trans, then the product will be trans. Fine. So I hope this part is very much clear to you all. So let me draw the mechanism for the same. Fine. So let us see mechanism behind this. Okay, I request you to make notes. Okay, so this, it will help you. Okay, although video will be there throughout, so you can revisit if you have any confusion, and if you have any doubts you can comment down also. So now see, this is alkene. Okay, and if you just treat it with, you know, this thing, that is Simon Smith reagent, so then what will happen? Nothing special, just this cyclopropane will be formed. Okay, now what should be the mechanism for this? Okay, so basically mechanism is not, you know, that much expected one. So you can see this is zinc, this is iodine. Okay, and this one is again iodine. Okay, now what I'm saying is, see, this is a carbene site sort of thing, no? So as because it is carbene, so obviously it must be having, you know, less electron density, low electron density. So obviously this electron will come and attack this CH2. In turn, these electrons which are, you know, present in between zinc and CH2, it will attack this. Okay, and as these electrons are being attacked, so you will say that this carbene is, this CH2 is acting as an electrophilic site, and this zinc wala part, this acts as a nucleophilic site. Therefore we call this as carbenoid. And as because this nucleophilic site, it will attack here, so now this zinc will become, you know, electron deficient. Okay, so in turn this iodine will attack this zinc as well in the same go. So just because of all these arrows, there will be the formation of a, you know, butterfly type of thing, or you can say spiral type of transition state. You can see, you can have a look. See, what I'm saying is, now I'll use, you know, let me use this color, and then I'll use red color for bond formation and bond cleavage. Fine. So see, I have written like this. Now see, this bond is about to cleave, means this is breaking. This bond is about to form. Okay, so this is forming. This bond is again about to form. Fine, this is again form. This is about to break. This is breaking. Okay, and this is also, you know, it is about to break. So this type of transition state is formed. We call it as spiro transition state, or you can also say that it is butterfly type. Okay, this is butterfly type transition state formation. Fine. Now after this, as because this is a transition state, so it has to get itself converted to the product that is more stable. So it will further be converted to cyclopropane thing. Okay, so this will be the product. As you know, this particular thing is cis. This alkene is cis. Okay, so definitely this product will also be cis only. So okay, fine. So therefore we call that this particular part is, you know, specific. This is stereospecific. This is stereospecific. Okay, so as because this was cis, so therefore the product which was generated is cis only. If in place of cis, if I could have taken trans, then the product will be trans cyclopropane only. Okay, so I will write it like this, as because the product is stereospecific. Fine. So in this I will be taking zinc copper and CH2 I2. So I hope you have cleared this. You are clear in this part. Okay, so guys, yeah, so you can join me on Unacademy if you want to. Okay, there are lots of, you know, free classes. Let me